Hi everyone, Trading Card Chronicle here. Today I got you a updated deck profile of my Neo Nectar deck. So now without any delay, we should get into it. So to start off, our starter is still the same, Broccolini Musketeer Ankara, which like any other starters, when rolled upon, draw a card. And for grade 3, we run 2 copies of Exploding Tomato, which I don't think our grade 3 line changed at all, since 2 copies of Exploding Tomato for the power and the draw. And also you can retire yourself to get the token too. And then we run 2 copies of Maiden of Training Rose, which she is still our first right target. We want to write into her first before we go to Cecilia. So because we can ride her, get tokens, and buff up the tokens a bit, and get some more pressure for our first grade 3 turn. And last but not least, of course, we got 4 copies of White Lily Musketeer Cecilia, which she is our main grade 3 of the deck. She's our second grade 3 ride, so thus we have grade 3 in soul to give our front row plus 10k. And we can search out unit from top 5 and call, and deck thin for triggers and call rear guards without losing hand. So grade 3 lineup is still the same. In grade 2 we changed some stuff, which to start off we run 2 copies of Sunlight Gardener's Guide now. She is a great early game rush card. Is her skill actually does not make you call a token to the rear guard. It have to be open rear guard. So in late game, when your fields are filled, you cannot use her skill to call token over token or tokens over other units, since the requirements have to be open rear guard. So that's why we drop her to 2 copies instead. But she's still a good card to run for early game pressure. And next we got 2 copies of Spinach Advisor, which we run Spinach Advisor because he is a great pressure, just like Coral Dragon. Whenever you call a card, use card ability, he gets 3k power. So if we have him and Coral Dragon, we can go for pretty high attacks, pretty high power attacks. So that's why we run 2 copies of him too. Next we run 4 copies of Spirit Tree Sage Airmansu, which he is just a good card. You have, because you have 2 tokens, counterblast 1, you get your draw to get more hand advantage, and you get power on top of that. So he's good during early game and late game. And hand advantage never hurts. And last but not least, of course, we got 4 copies of Princess Musketeer Sylvia, which Sylvia is also a good card. She is preferably our main grade 3 right target, thus we can get tokens. And just pretty much that. She is good to ride, and when you ride her or call her, you get a token, which this deck based around tokens. Based around tokens and getting power. And onward to grade 1. Our grade 1 lineup also changed a bit, which now we run 3 copies of Coral Dragon, which, like I was saying, just like Spinach Advisor skill, whenever you call a card with the card ability, she gets 3k power. Just every single time, just stacks up, get high power really quick, especially with Sylvia's skill. And next we run 3 copies of Fruit Basket Elf. If I remember right, we dropped her to 3 because of our grade 2 lineup, since we add some cards in grade 2. Yeah, she is good at times. This deck soul blasts a lot, so you don't have as much soul to work with. So that's why we drop her to 3. But even so, she is still a really good card, even early game and late game. Because during early game, if you don't have grade 3, you just don't get the power. You still get 2 tokens. During late game, she's even better, since that way you can get 2 tokens, and the tokens are 10k now because of her skill. And next we run 3 copies of Lily of the Valley Musketeer Rebecca, which I dropped Rebecca to 3 last time too, I believe, if I remember right. My reason is that I just don't use Rebecca that much personally. That's just me. I'm thinking on dropping her again to run 4 Basket Elf. I guess her skill is great. When you place, you give a grade 1 unit, grade 1 or less unit 5k, and you can bounce. And her second skill, you Soul Blast 1 kill token, bounce her back. But I just never really see myself using those skill, so that's why I'm kind of debating on cutting her again. And our last but not least, we run 4 copies of Dandelion Musketeer Merca, which she is our preferably first right target, because her first right Soul Blast 1, we get a token, and whenever we call the token the rear guard, in the same column as this one, she get the same column as her. She gets 3k. So right off the bat, we got a token to make that column a that's 13k attacker. With her skill, now is a 16k attack column. So it's a really good card, our first right target. And our grade 0 lineup have not changed at all. We still run 8 copies of Critical Trigger, 4 copies of Draw Perfect Guard, and 4 copies of Heal Trigger. So that's pretty much it for the deck. There are little changes, not much. Main changes is in the grade 2 and a little bit in the grade 1. And that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, like the video. If you guys have not, please subscribe. Before I end the video, I just would like you guys to know that for the next 3 to 4 weeks, I am planning on uploading a video a week at least, since I am doing pizza box and case opening of BTO6. VBTO6, and on top of that, I want to get deck profile out for each of the clans within them. So that's it for today. Again, like and subscribe if you haven't, and if you like the video. And Trading Card Chronicle out.